Okay, I had to think long and hard about this. Nikon did come out with a couple bummers this year. They came out with a few bummers. The Nikon D5, that's alright. Nikon will roll out the D5S in like a year and a half, just like they came out with the D3S and the D4S. D5 was pretty much a bummer. Nikon D500 is actually better. The only thing the Nikon D5 was better at is insane high ISO performance, and it actually did have dual processors for autofocus tracking. However, autofocus tracking is not merely camera side. Yeah, Nikon kind of screwed up, not too good, on the snap bridge application for the D500. Ultimately, though, we're looking at three absolutely unbelievable damn winners. Now, I gave Nikon flack yesterday. I give Nikon flack like, some brother gives his sister flack. It's like, sister, you're leaving the house dressed like a hooker. Maybe you should change your clothes. That's a little flack. That doesn't mean you don't love your sister, right? I love Nikon. If they deserve the flack, then, I'm not a shill for Nikon. Nikon doesn't give me a damn thing. Why should I, be someone that sucks up to Nikon even if they make stupid mistakes? What sort of asshole would that make me? It'd make me a pretty useless one in making intelligent, logical, and wise recommendations on things. The Nikon 105 f1.4, it's abysmal. It's an abysmal lens. The output on it is flat, the swirly bokeh is horrible, the micro contrast is bad, it's made in China, it's too expensive. It is exactly what I knew it would be. It's marked SWM for silent wave motor, but it really has a micro motor in it. It doesn't have a true ring ultrasonic motor in it. Apparently they're collecting dust. The centering chassis is glued in place. The screws are glued in place. It says it doesn't have a gear system for autofocusing, but it does. No big deal. So everybody wanted me to make this video. Proclaiming there's nowhere to put these big ass lenses. Let me lay it down here. Everybody wanted me to make a video about who's the real loser this year. Now, those were a couple losers of Nikon. Let's just speak in general as far as a company. And it didn't really take too long to think about this, and we have to ask ourselves, other than, these are winners from Nikon. The 70 to 200, I've been waiting a long time for this lens. Insanely expensive. This one's actually underpriced. Nikon actually priced it too cheap. The 200 to 500 millimeter Nikon, ungodly amazing. The Nikon D5, I've got two of these. I've got two of these. This one's too expensive to have two of. Absolute winners from Nikon. If Nikon came out with nothing other than this year, Nikon would be a winner on top of the heap. The loser for 2016, is undoubtedly Canon. What the hell did Canon roll out this year? The M5? In light of the Fuji X-T2? I mean, are you kidding me? What about the glass for that damn camera? People waited for the 5D Mark IV for how many years? And everybody has trashed it. It's just a bummer. The video files are absolutely titanic, unmanageable. The dual pixel is an absolute joke. This is like the one and only time I could ever think of where like the top people that review camera gear are all in agreement. Digital Rev, the husband and wife team, some other people, just a joke. People were waiting forever for Canon to roll out, the Mark IV, it's going to be wonderful when Canon rolls that out, baby, you watch. And they rolled it out and it went, and everybody looked at it and they went, really? That's what Canon came out with? Ooh. And then everybody did a facepalm that has two brain cells. It's like, really? That's what Canon came out with? Oh my god! Oh god. Oh, and it also has issues of banding. Type in Canon 5D Mark IV banding issues. Wow, not just banding issues, pretty bad banding issues. Yeah, not so good. Really, you have to be empirical and existential in the state the objective fact that the loser for 2016 is unquestionably Canon. I mean, it's like, what the hell was Canon thinking rolling that thing out? Canon has either been focusing super hard on their mirrorless system, or they're diversifying into other divisions that I don't know about, because they rolled out a stinker. I mean, There has been no praise for the 5D Mark IV other than some hardcore Canon fanboys that will drink any Kool-Aid, regardless. Canon made it, it's awesome. Well, you're just a fanboy. I mean, if Canon rolled out a turd with a shutter release button on it, you would still talk about how awesome it is. I mean, those are fanboys. You know, they're useless. You can't get any useful advice from a hardcore fanboy. People have accused me of being a Nikon fanboy. How many attack videos I've made on the stupid things that Nikon's done? I made a really good one yesterday that a lot of people watched. It's about something I've been talking about for some time. However, another company took apart the lens and they pointed out that fact, and they said the same thing I did, so I re-mentioned it, basically. I've never been on Nikon's side when they did stupid stuff. But look at these gems that Nikon rolled out. The 200-500 has been an unmitigated epic win. The 70-200, the new Nikon, although albeit unbelievably expensive. Oh, yes, ever so slightly expensive at $2,800. This lens is absolutely unbelievable. I regret testing it because as soon as I tested it and I realized it was far, far, far beyond my expectations of what I was hoping for it to be, that I knew I'd have to buy it. I was like, dope! But I've been waiting for a lens like this for years from Nikon, and it's finally out, and here it is. And my God, what an epic win for Nikon. And the D500. I was the first asshole on the internet making video reviews on the D500, and I cranked out a lot of them fast. And I said, this camera is going to be a bleeping legend. It will be the basis of comparison for many other things. And everybody said, oh, you're so full of crap. And I'm 100% vindicated. I'm 100% right on that. Everybody else now is, whatever comes out now, it's like, how is it compared to the D500? How is the autofocus compared to the D500? How is the ISO performance compared to... It's become the basis of comparison for other things. That makes it the legend. The D500 is the legend. Just as I told you it would be. When everybody, oh, you're so full of shit, a professional DX camera, that can't be, yeah, no, I said shut up, it will be. Totally proven right. Yet again. Canon, you know, I have nothing against Canon, but you are the, you know, you're the one that, you know, What happened to you, Canon? What happened? What happened? Did you just, like, divert all your attention to that M5 mirrorless camera? Which is actually a sexy-looking camera, to be honest with you, but compared to the Fuji X-T2, to hell with that. You know, no way. It is a sexy-looking camera. I'll give kudos to Canon. That camera is one sexy-looking girl. Maybe Canon will develop some nice glass for that camera. Maybe. I have no idea. That's pure speculation. But the camera sure as hell looks sexy. It's got some interesting features on it too, honestly. It does. The 5D Mark IV that everybody was waiting for, that was a stillborn baby, to be sure. Oh, that's a bad analogy. I shouldn't have said that. It's still fitting, however. So Canon, you are definitely the loser for 2016. Just because Nikon had a few failures in 2016, and they're not failures, they're just kind of like, yeah... Especially that 105mm Nikon. What a joke that lens is. Just awful lens. Awful lens. You know, look at these. This is more than enough for 2016. I mean, I could rock for years and years and years with what you just see here. So, amen to you, Nikon. You really pulled it off. Congratulations. Bye. Ba-dum.